Produced by a journeyman.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back after, for us, what feels like a long time. For you, the listener, it's actually pretty on schedule, but a lot's happened in the past couple months. I am Nathan. I am the DM of this campaign, and I have 4 amazing but awful villains I'm going to introduce to you, or I'm going to let them introduce themselves. If you've been following along this campaign, you know that there are 4 bad guys. In a world full of amazing, fabulous heroes, let's hear a story about the bad guys. So we said, hey, we got you. And these are some awesome villains. I gave them all a prompt, and I actually gave our Discord and Patreon members a prompt as well. I want to know exactly what your villain would do to break up with their girlfriend. How would they break up with their girlfriend? We're going to start with young Master Jared. Introduce yourself, your character, and how they would break up with their girlfriend.
What up, what up? It's your grandma's favorite, Jared. I'm glad to be here. I play Ivar, the baddie with a fatty. So he, I was
Please explain.
talking. Please explain. So here's the deal. I was trying to think about how I would answer how Ivar would break up with somebody, and I was so confused. And I was explaining to my wife, Ivar, and she's like, if anybody was psycho enough to date Ivar, the only way Ivar could dump them is to defeat them in battle. Like,
I love that.
like, there's the only way he could escape that person is probably to kill that person. So that, or he just ghosts them. It just disappears off the face of the planet. Tries to plane shift, tries to get as far away. Because anybody who's willing to date Ivar, they're already crazy.
So here's exactly how this game goes. So like I said, I put a little feeler out to some of our Patreons and Discord members to say, hey, how do you think our villains would answer their questions? And if they get not like ballpark close, but pretty darn close, as a moment of heroism, it will impose disadvantage on a significant skill check that villain will do.
Wow.
So maybe this might have to go to the judges, but Colin McMeekin for Ivar writes, he must be being stalked by a serial killer girlfriend who's literally incapable of killing him, so he just kind of lets her try.
That's dead on, dude. That's
real
not
dead on.
That's really.
It's pretty close.
It's close, but it's not dead on. I said I would have to fight them.
I know. Letting her try to kill you is fighting you. Hey, if you want to.
Honestly, that's probably how the relationship would have been. As like Ivar's like, yeah, she's in love with me.
Gotta go.
The main plot is exactly there. Just the details are slightly off about what. But that's pretty much
right.
Exactly what
Colin, I will find you and I will give you disadvantage in real life. But I respect
so,
that. Thank you,
we'll give disadvantage to Jared, and I will make it fair, but not like I'm not gonna wait till like the final moment of like you versus like life or death. But I'm also not gonna let you like, hey, I'd like to tell a joke to this guard and make him laugh. Disadvantage. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I respect it. It's fun.
I will now bounce us over to Mr. Ethan. Go ahead and introduce yourself, your character, and you tell me how you think your character would break up with her girlfriend.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ethan Stiefel here, a.k.a. Iron Lung, a.k.a. Jared's grandma's favorite.
Specifically.
I captured the attention of the grandma of the guy who captured the attention of 1,000 grandmas. Wow. 1,000 grandmas.
Lori's in love. What can I say?
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with myself.
I'm just glad she's happy.
Yeah. If that was an office joke. If Varric had a girlfriend, which it's hard to think about because I never pictured any sort of romantic life for Varric, but what he would do is he would invite her over because he needs to practice a magic act, and he would go through a couple like routine tricks that he's trying, like, ooh, check this out. He would make, do a simple card trick. He would pull some things out of his hat. And he's like, he'd be like, all right, now, this trick I haven't done before, and it's going to be really tricky. So what I need your help with is getting me practice it. Baby, they're going to love it. I'm going to make you disappear. All right, I'm just going to have you stand inside this cabinet here. I'm going to close it. And a 1, and a 2, and a... And when he opens the cabinet, she has disappeared, and he would walk away.
Interesting. So Sly Soldier 118 writes, if he had a rabbit girlfriend, he would tell her, "I'm not that kind of rabbit, sweetheart. I ain't looking to have a million children." If he was dating literally anyone else, he'd say, "It's not you, love. It's me. I'm a rabbit. Although I do have a friend who'd love to say hello to you." Proceeds to throw them into a pit to be eaten by that thingamajig, which I think is his version of your
That's
prelude.
good. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna say that one's no. But what we will do is now we will move to the most handsome, Mr. Mason Sayer. Introduce yourself, your character, and how would Theseus break up with his girlfriend?
Sorry, let me get into the same energy of everyone else introducing themselves. Hello, and welcome to the NPR podcast. My name is Mason. It's so good to finally meet you all. Just kidding. That's not the energy. What up? I'm Mason. I'm playing Theseus, the coolest guy. Everyone's grandma's favorite, because they have to be, because he's so cool. Anywho,
Mason, you should just stop and just take the fedora off, then go back again,
Sorry, anyways. Theseus, of course, being the blood hunter that he is, and a very straightforward man, after a casual relationship of quite some time, realizing that, he's maybe like this person, but it's not quite worked out. They, no longer are vibing as they should. He would go up to them and say, "Hello. I don't think this is working. Do you agree?" "I agree. Thank you." Solid handshake.
Interesting. Blue Bus Bandit, friend of the pod, Adam Lee, says Theseus would be the most direct and straightforward answer, not caring about feelings at all. Something like, "Everyone is fated to be with someone in this world, and I have realized you're definitely not mine. Have a good night."
Said it better than I.
Hey, here's the deal. That's so on point. Mason has to get double disadvantage for that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to give him that one.
Wow.
And that finally leads us to our very own Dread Pirate. Mr. Andrew Clark, please introduce yourself, your character, and how your character would break up with their girlfriend.
What up? I'm Andrew, your grandpa's favorite, and I play the character of Goffrey. And if Goffrey had a girlfriend, I think I even said it in the group text. It'd just be one of those days where he'd wake up and be like, "What girlfriend?" and just live his life as is. And if she came up to him, he'd be like, I don't know you," and he would just gaslight her to no end, probably.
Why am I in love with him?
Disappear.
That's a good one. So I actually took a stab at this one myself because, first of all, I am a Patreon subscriber because I cannot even listen, listeners. I cannot even tell
Hey, and
you.
if you want to be a Patreon subscriber, you can do that. And you can join our Patreon for as low as $1 a month. You can get all these cool things. You can hang out in our Discord. Do
and
that.
so much
Come
more,
see us.
listeners.
We play video games in there.
Listen, when I'll maybe tell you this story, but I took a hard contact nap with my baby son, which is a cute thing that you do when you're dad, and I woke up to a phone full of amazing, wonderful stories coming to our community. More on that later, but wow, I thought I dreamt it all, but it was real. Anyways, so here's what my thought was. I thought he was gonna like tell everyone else that he'd broken up with said girlfriend, but never really actually break up with said girlfriend. Just kind of like, "Oh yeah, we broke up," and like this person is just complete news to them that you're no longer dating and you're just dating someone else now, and they're very confused. But I don't think that was close enough. So I'm gonna let you got that one. Gaslighting her into thinking you were never dating is probably one of the most evil answers,
We were never
other
in
than
love.
killing her from Ivar, like violence from Ivar.
I was gonna say, is that or yeah, that makes sense. I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Well, let's get comfy because, gentlemen, after a long time, let's tell
We are
a
so
story.
back.
We last left
Are we
our
19?
villains in the hallway after a brief skirmish encounter with the guards after their therapy session. As the chaos and dust started to settle, a marvelous magical thing happened. First, the DM accidentally skipped one of his players' turn, but they were gracious enough to forego it in light of storytelling. And here's the story that was told. It turns out Varric has been in possession of half of a powerful spell, and 2 had the other half. Combining the 2 powers, they were able to cast Power Word Erase on the magical gift from the god metal, Trathil. That got rid of almost everything dangerous on the island of Redora. Weapons, armor, certain doors, a lot of things, but not the keys, were now just completely disappeared within what seems to be the radius of this island. As the dust settles, we see our party kind of standing around, unsure of what to do next, with the exception of 3CS, who's a little bit farther down the hall, kind of looking at a sign that he came up to, which pointed 2 directions via a stairwell. You could go up towards processing or down towards solitary. We now join our heroes and 2 out of combat, as most of the other guards ran away in fear due to a spell that was cast on them. So, for all intents and purposes, the guards are either dead or running away. What would you gentlemen like to do?
Gentlemen, if I may have your attention, I'll peek my head back in the door. I believe we know where to go next. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but just everything kind of disappeared. Not exactly sure what happened there, but there's a route that's now opened up towards processing where we can get our things.
Yeah. What just happened was what I kind of came in to do, and that pesky little Trathil that was, locking us in here, and all the metal was made out of. Well, I made it disappear.
Ivar
Oh.
being in the hallway, facing the opposite direction of. I was in the hallway and I used Daunting
Correct.
Roar to get them to get the guards to run away. And I look at 3CS and Ivar goes, "Point me to my things."
This way, friends. Join the band. I'll head in that direction.
As we're passing,
Yeah.
there's still one guard who's still technically, I think, picking up cards, and I'll just be like, "Oh, it's all right, mate. I'll get those from you later," and I'll just follow everybody out.
I'm gonna say for this purpose, he's just still picking up cards. Maybe due to an eternity of it. We'll see. Godfrey, is there anything you would like to do?
Counting one at a time, just going 1.
I'm just gonna ask the group if they think. Do you think we need to let anyone know, like let a doctor know about our buddy back here? Or we're cool about it? You think? The guy that we stabbed with a key and all that, choked out and all that stuff. I'm assuming he's dead now.
Yeah, mate. I hit him right in the vein. He's gone for sure. Yeah, don't worry about him. He's all right.
All right, and I'm gonna run out in the hallway.
Doctor is dead.
Although, is he still technically
He's
alive?
technically alive.
Nate? Okay, but how close to like 0 hit points? Is he at 0
He's
hit
not at
points?
0
still,
hit points.
I think?
He looks pretty rough, but he's not completely dead.
I'd like to.
Wait,
Actually,
which one?
never mind. I don't think I can.
The
Never
guard
mind.
picking up cards.
The guy that we. Oh, that guy. I was talking about the guy that we
Oh
stabbed.
no,
the
he's
guy that we
dead.
like-
He's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's
Okay,
so
I was
dead?
gonna say, if he wasn't dead, I have some things to do because his bell was
Yes.
stolen.
He's very dead.
I have some
Okay.
things to do.
I'm gonna run out in the hallway with everyone else.
Clark, go ahead and give me
Yeah.
a perception check.
Just chugging the, I'm assuming, protein shake.
Yeah.
It's just carbonated water.
Perception check.
You roll
16.
Oh, nice. You hear the pitter patter of little feet behind you.
Oh god. Do I turn around and see the old dude I saw before?
You don't, but you do turn around and you see two just kind of aimlessly following you, kind of like a big shock on his face. He
You just witnessed so much so many mass atrocities.
he's just kind of sticking very close to you.
Dude, did you see what happened in there, friend?
He nods his head yes.
I'm so sorry, friend. And I'm just gonna turn and like, just stay with us, and I'm gonna run after you guys.
He continues to follow you. You make your way towards that stairwell where you can choose to go up or down. You do hear a few footsteps on the stairwell coming up.
coming up from the detention center, or the
From solitary.
from solitary.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gentlemen, few options. What accent did Tiresias have? Hold on.
Ivar will peek down the hallway where the steps are coming up. Can I see down the hallway? Is there someone coming?
No, it seems that the door that those guards ran out of from your fearsome roar is a regular door, and it is now shut. And there does not seem to be anyone coming down the hall.
I was talking about you said somebody's
On the
coming up the
staircase.
steps.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
you can kind of hear the scuffling of feet coming up the steps, but you don't see anything yet.
Okay.
Gentlemen, I think we take this opportunity while we have it. No need for further fighting until we have our things. All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, all
Seems
right.
wise. Yeah.
I'm about to get my stuff back.
Let me just check everyone's passive perception real quick. That's something you want to hear from your DM. I'm
Almost
sure.
non-existent.
11.
11.
13.
9.
18.
18.
Joffrey?
Perfect. Goffrey, as you guys start making your way in there, you are the only one who hears a little bit of a tune. You can't make out any words. It just kind of sounds like a little bit of a
Like just a humming noise.
Yeah, it sounds like a humming because you can't really make out the words. It's very echoey and very drony. Oh no.
Is it making me tap my foot?
I don't know. Would Goffrey tap his foot if he heard a diddly?
Is it a jaunty tune?
Is it a jaunty tune, or does Discord keep cutting it out?
Discord probably keeps cutting it out, which I think I can.
I guess my question is, I hear it behind me,
Mhm.
so it's not two. I hear it down the steps.
Does it slap?
You hear it down the steps.
Okay. Gentlemen, if you get my stuff, I'm going to take 2, and I'm going to go find out what this joyous tune is that's being played. Is
Ow.
that smart?
Infamously, splitting the party has been known to be a great decision.
Oh, mate, that's for heroes. We're villains. I think it'll be all right.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm nothing's going to stop me from getting my sword. So I'm whatever comes, noises, people.
I don't even
I'm
know
going
if I brought anything to this place, so I'm just going to go. I'll see you guys on the other side, and I got to find that girl who worked in the kitchen anyways. I'll be back, boys.
We
And I'm
will
gonna
be
grab-
getting this soon.
I'm going to grab 2, and I'll take off down the steps towards the tune.
All right. Interesting. Okay, so going to.
Is this where Goffrey dies?
How far
Goffrey's
how
dead.
far away is the stuff? Do we know where they're holding our belongings.
We're going on assumptions right now.
Yes, that's
So-
correct. You really don't know
We
a
took
lot.
it from
Thank
us
you.
in processing.
Thank
I'm
you, boys.
assuming it's not in solitary.
That was a great assumption.
Yeah.
I'm
Do
gonna
we
flip a
wanna take
coin.
a quick peek in, but not really spend too much time on it. A big guy in when we could always come back to check it out after we get our stuff, or what's the vibe?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I've taken off sprinting. I'm gone.
I am going to.
And he's gone. All
hand a
right, well.
coin.
All of the doors are all of the doors are open now. I have appreciated all of your help.
Ivar's moving his way towards
I'm gonna go
processing.
find my things.
yeah.
If you all would like to come along, you are more than welcome to.
Yeah. I might tend to come with you guys as well. He seemed like he can handle himself, right?
I'm already walking in that. Well, I think all three of us have already left you. If you're still
Fancy
trying to
man
get
will be fine.
All right,
And
he's a big boy.
Ivar's just pushing people out of the way, going up the steps.
I have a Pokemon coin here that you would flip for maybe this attack does nothing. I'm going to flip it to see which storyline we follow first, as you have split the party. Heads, we're following the single pirate. Tails, and Tails, we follow the rest of the party to who knows where.
Yo, Andrew's 2 for 2, showing up super late, and then also splitting the.
And also winning the coin flip. So
Gosh,
3 for
dang
3.
it.
That's a heads. So you begin
I'll
to
be
head
back,
down
boys.
you begin to head down the stairs, and as you kind of turn the corner, you immediately see 2 guards standing right in front of you. They're walking up the steps. What's interesting is they do not really seem to be paying much attention to you.
Okay.
So they are going up the
Uh,
steps and are trying to just brush past you.
Okay. Can I just kind of like slide against the wall and be like, gentlemen, and then just kind of keep walking past?
Absolutely. You can keep walking and descending the stairs if you would like.
All right. I'm just going to grab Two's hand and we're just going to slide against the wall and
Very
slowly
Kronk from members
go,
of the group.
go down the steps past him.
2 does the same, and
Yes.
you go down towards the you kind of end to the bottom of the stairwell. Those guards move past you. You reach the bottom of the stairwell, and there is a door, or a doorway. There used to be a big metal door here, but now it's just an open, gaping hole. In beyond it, the light looks very, very dim. And even now you can smell a murky, damp, dusky scent coming from it.
I feel like there should have been a door here. Whoever decorated this place is terrible. Anyways, Two, you smell that? Is that you? And I'm just going to kind of make my way into the room.
2 sniffs first the left pit and then the right pit and shakes his head. No, it's not him.
I haven't showered in a minute. It might be me. And I want to kind of make my way into the dampness.
You make your way in through the door, and unlike the rest of the quote-unquote prison, this room feels much more like that of a death row. It's dark, and it's damp. There's a chilling draft coming from the end of the cavern-like hall. As your eyes begin to adjust, you can see there's 6, actually, it's probably about 8 rooms. And you can tell that these are not places of rehabilitating comfort. These are just straight up cells. Some are lit with a single candle, while others are completely dark. There are immediately down the hallway 4 rooms to your left and 4 rooms to your right.
Can I tell if the rooms have people in them? Like, can I hear breathing and things like that and noises?
You can
Or
hear
is it silent?
various breathing, various noises. You would probably have to investigate a little further to determine knowledge beyond that of just, I'm not alone.
I'm going to look at 2 and be like, All right. Well, I can't say this place makes me feel the best, but you're here with me. 2, would you go check out that first room and just see who's in there?
On the left or the right?
Let's go left. I'm feeling lucky.
So he walks up to the left cell, kind of squints his eyes. Curious enough, he does grab the door that's made of what appears to be metal, kind of gives it a shake, and it doesn't move.
Okay.
And he peers into the cell and kind of jumps a little bit, like maybe he's noticed something, and then just kind of backs away slowly.
2, my boy, what did you see?
He
Is there
he
is
looks
there anyone
at
in
you
there?
and then points at his eyes and holds up the number 2.
All right. 2 eyes. All right. 2, are you blind? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now, 2? Are you blind?
He shakes his head no, and then he actually just gets behind you and kind of starts pushing you towards the cell.
Okay. Well, I'll go look at the cell then.
Immediately as you approach the cell, you start to smell a musty, almost cigar-like smoke.
Okay.
This room is dark, does not have a candle in it, and there's no lights except for what appear to be 2 pale yellow eyes, accompanied only by the black pupils that rest within the center of them. And you can hear a soft humming.
Is this where the noise is coming from? The humming was coming from? Am I like?
I think
Is
it'd
it-
be safe to assume that's
That's the
definitely-
noise I'm hearing?
That's a similar tune to what you heard in the stairwell. Yes.
Sick. All right, I'm gonna like kind of lean in close, and I'm just gonna I don't know if you're a sir or a ma'am, but all I can see is your eyes. But whatever tune you are humming, it's quite lovely. I'm Astril, and I've brought my friend 2. It's really important here. My friends have killed many men. And we are trying to get out. Are you a friend? And I just want to like kind of turn my head almost like I'm waiting for a response.
His humming stops. You can kind of hear some rustling. A step closer to the cell. A second step. A second step. And you begin to make out a large figure with a fierce black beard. It almost seems like the ends of it are fringed, as if they've been burnt. He just kind of looks at you and looks you up and down, and then just kind of steps back into the cell and begins humming again. Behind you, you hear a voice. Oh, come on now, big fella. You don't like much talking to people, but you seem friendly enough. Why don't you come on over here and you and I can have ourselves a conversation?
I turn and see a giant rooster. I think to myself,
I said we could have a conversation. I said,
sure. Do I turn on? I'm assuming he's in the cell on the right, directly behind me.
correct.
I'm just gonna turn and be like, "Wait, who said that?"
You turn around, and this cell does have a candle lit in it. You see a young man with perfect posture sitting at a desk. It's piled with books and scrolls of various sizes and languages. His perfect brown hair is slicked back and stays out of his eyes as his head looks up from the book that he's reading. He doesn't like to talk much, that there fella there, boy. But I'll have a conversation with you. I enjoy myself a good conversation. I've had many over my life. And it seems that we have become aware of what appears to be quite the ruckus going on upstairs. What could you maybe tell us about that there?
Well, do you have a name, sir?
Ah, yes. My name is Trithonus.
Thrithonus. Awesome. Sounds like I have a friend named Thronus. Yes, and so you guys would almost be twins. Um,
I very much like to meet him.
you guys sound the same. You guys sound very similar too. Very thick. Is it a northern accent? Is that
Some call it a southern draw. I come from
yeah,
down south, down there closer in the bayou, down there with the
yeah?
gators.
I think he said he's from around those parts too, so that makes sense. Yeah. Well, my buddies and I, we basically we're in this counseling session, counseling this dude, and he was really struggling. So we were just kind of helping him out with some stuff, helping him work through some things, and one thing led to another, and uh, my furry friend, I really have a really high respect for those who are furry in nature, and so I don't really see fur. I just see uh, things for who they are. But
This still feels racist somehow.
he said some things, and one thing led to another, and the doors opened, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the metal stuff that was keeping us here is gone. So all my buddies, they're looking for our things, and I'm just kind of down here checking out the scenery, seeing if there's anyone else that wants to, I don't know, join us on our little adventure out of this place.
Well, isn't that just nice to hear? Hear that, Gert? This man doesn't even see no fur. You and him will get along well. But that is very concerning to hear about my good friend Dr. Blewett. I did appreciate the conversations I had with him. Try as he must to change our minds about just about everything. But we're down here, and most of that's because we don't really have any intention of changing our minds, if you know what I'm saying. But
Sure.
if you could maybe do us a favor, we'd greatly appreciate it. Somewhere upstairs, there's regular old-fashioned keys. Not like them upgrades these guards like to wear around. No, these are the old stuff. The iron is old, and these doors, well, they're locked by 'em. So maybe you could just run along and grab those keys for us, and I'm sure one, if not all of us, will greatly appreciate if you just unlock these here cells.
Can I just check to see maybe his level of sarcasm? Like,
Yeah, you can do a perception check or insight
yeah, let's
if you
do
would
that.
like.
I want to do insight, and I just want to see how much of the truth he's telling, like the keys and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Seems like, based on what he's saying and kind of the information around you, these are locked cells. So it wouldn't make sense that whatever that happened to the tree thill didn't happen to these cells. And he doesn't appear to be lying about anything.
Yeah. You said I just got to find these big keys. Would they be on a guard, or would they be just somewhere around?
Well, now that I'm not really too sure. You see, I've been down here myself in particular a long, long time. My companion across the way, who you met and seem to have become fond of, he sent those other guards there up to maybe acquire the keys, but I know, I figure we could just cover our bases and maybe we could send someone with some competence.
Yeah, your friend Gert seems like a lovely fellow, and
Oh, you misunderstand. My friend Girk is this darkened cell here to my right is a big old furball himself. The man you met is actually quite the pirate, actually. They call him
Oh.
Smokebeard.
You know, these us pirates just have just the most creative of names.
And you said yours was Goffrey? Or
Yeah,
Astral, was that?
Astral Roller.
Astral
But
Roller?
my friends call me Goffrey. Yeah.
You got yourself
Um,
a full name, a good, proper full name, don't you?
Yeah, I'm quite the pirate myself. So at least I've been told that. My friends like to say that. Anyways, yeah, let me see if I can find these keys. I gotta find my buddies anyways. We're trying to bust out of this joint, as I think the people say, and we'll see what happens.
Well, that just sounds like music to my ears.
All right. Well, I guess I'll be seeing you.
Not if I see you first. He gives you a little wink and goes back to reading his book.
Sick.
We're going to pause right there and go to
Okay.
our other companions who hear these guards' feet shuffling up the steps. You know, Goffrey and two have gone down the steps, and as you begin to move up the steps, the shuffling of his feet get louder and louder, and lo and behold, it's not too much longer when right behind you appears two guards, seemingly pretty checked out faces, and don't really seem to pay you much mind.
Can I roll like
Cool.
an
I'm gonna
insight
keep
check as
going.
to what's that? Oh, you're gonna keep going. Can I roll an insight check to see, like you said, the blank look on their faces? Like, what is that? If they don't seem like sharp and determined with all the chaos, there's something else that seems to be going on. Can I roll like an insight check to what I think might be
Yeah, you can
like,
roll an
why they're
insight
facing
or maybe even Arcana if you'd like.
Arcana? Okay, I will do Arcana. 18.
Arcana, you can see that they do seem to be charmed in some way.
Okay, and they're headed up the same staircase we are.
Yes.
Hey, it might be. Let's keep going, but I want to keep an eye on these guys and see where they're headed.
What are you saying? Sorry, I kept walking. I gotta be clear, I'm not stopping.
Yeah, you're fine. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Ivar here.
What? I kept walking.
Man, you guys were really fast. All right, wait up. And
there's apparently a lot of
guards,
interesting things happen, but I have to make sure it's clear. I don't care. I'm getting my things.
It all seems kind of pointless.
Fine, I'll let them go.
His things.
And I want to keep an eye on where they're going to find like the things, but I'm going to keep an eye on the guards and where they're headed. After
Sounds good.
clocking that look on their face.
Theseus, since you seem to be the fastest and most handsome, you approach another open doorway that appears to be off its hinges, waiting for you at the top of this stair. It does a staircase. It does seem to be in line with everything else that you've seen recently. Cracked walls, maybe need a little plaster here, a little plaster there. There's some age, wear, and tear, but it's not in complete ruin. Smells about the same, feels about the same, and does seem to be well lit with torches.
Oh, I'll push through the doorway at the top of the stairs.
All right. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, on the Twitter the application formerly known as Twitter, I entered a giveaway. And in that giveaway, we won. And so we got a custom map for this session made by Quill of Damocles Mapmaking. He spent a lot of time on this. Super excited to finally use it for this session. I've been chatting with him for the past several months. And now he can finally release it on all his things as well. So I've uploaded it to D&D and Beyond, and I've gone ahead and started this session. There's a lot of hidden areas in this, so I will try to reveal it with D&D
Ooh.
Beyond's Fog of War, very one at a time. But basically, you enter and wait. Oh, I gotta use the eraser. Ivar and Theseus enter a hallway, and as you push through the door, you can see that you can go either left or right.
Wow. A hallway. Theresis will look at Ivar. Right.
Ivar would like to stop and then just and begin to start smelling the air. Ivar's armor has never been washed and or cleaned and is covered in a lot of different things and probably has a certain smell to it. So trying to see if I can sniff out the direction. Yeah.
Shortly after, not too far, two guards followed by Varric sort of enter in behind you. So let's get
Hey,
them on here.
You guys are a lot faster than you look.
I'm surprised you caught up. I just kept walking. I don't know how you caught up even. This is crazy.
Literally every time I tried to say something, I looked up and you guys were gone. It was wild.
We did say we're going to get our things.
Yeah, I was going. You guys are fast. All right, where are we headed?
I don't know. I think a perception check is happening.
I
The
think,
two
let's let
guards
these two guys
do
see where
kind
they're
of
headed.
seem like they're on a mission and begin going left down the hallway.
I'm gonna follow them.
You begin to follow them down the hallway, and as you do, it opens up to a little bit of a spatial room, and there's another guard there. This one, you can hear the conversation between these two guards and what appears to be another guard. Hey, what's going on out there? You guys, our armor's gone, our weapons are gone. What's going on? Hey, hello, gentlemen, can you hear me? Stop right there. Stop right there. Don't come any further. Something's not right. And they proceed to just try to push past him, and you can hear them begin to scuffle.
I stealth up to the corner and just get a look before I.
You absolutely can. You kind of you see exactly kind of what I described. You see two guards
19.
scuffling with another guard, and with that roll, they don't see you. You said 19?
Yep.
They do not see you.
I was gonna kind of sneak around the corner and maybe get right behind this little like outcropping right inside and just wait and see what's going on, and watch what the guards do. And I'm ready to spring in if needed. Except
I got a natural 20 with my nose.
You can definitely tell that your stuff has been brought through here.
Is it in the direction that the guards are going?
I would say yes.
Okay. Ivar looks at Varric and he goes, I'll handle this. And Ivar closes his eyes, then takes the key in his hand and puts it in the keyhole. And Ivar in his head goes back to a certain memory that he keeps locked away. And in this memory, it's early morning and it's very cold outside, and there's a lot of smoke in the air, a lot of embers, and in the center of this smoldering small town or village is a lot of dead Leonin. And in the center of that is a small, very young, grayish white Leonin cub with his dead mother's hand still holding him. And in the back of his head, almost like beyond the back of his brain, he hears this still, very small voice, like a woman's voice, say, "Kill them all." And he turns the key in his hand, and his eyes dilate, and he wants to summon his packed boon blade from that, which is a magical ability, and I can summon my longsword. Kind of like casting a spell into it.
Yeah, so you do that, and your understanding of the mechanics of the key aren't 100%, but the power that you summon is channeled into the key. And you said that's an ability, correct?
Yeah, it's a magical ability with my class, yeah.
Yes. So, as you do that, something really interesting happens. Your sword doesn't appear like it normally does, but you yourself feel a little bit more like yourself. You've unlocked all your magical abilities and any level 1 legendary resistance or legendary actions that you have.
So does it not appear, or does it appear?
It does not appear. If you were to attempt it again, now that you are capable, it would probably appear.
So I guess with it turning and nothing happens, he just pushes even deeper into his arm, almost causing more damage to his arm, and then pulls out, and a hilt of a very old sword appears in his hand and his arm, and he pulls out sideways as a sword comes out of his arm, and he turns the corner and runs at the 3 guards.
Go ahead.
All right, let's get in there. And I jump around the corner too.
3CS, is there anything you would like to do in this?
Theseus sees these guys turn the corner and just goes, "We don't need to fight." Okay. And then they disappear on the corner and go, "All right, let's do this." I'll just go in.
All right.
I'll move forward.
For the sake of exactly what would be happening, we're not going to roll a lengthy initiative. Just tell me who you're attacking, roll an attack roll, and then tell me what the damage is. Because there's 2 guards that appear to have some sort of effect on them, and then just 1 guard who's completely unarmored. So the mechanics of combat seem a little bit more of a monotonous nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I would yell, "Leave those 2 alone!" And depending on what Ivar's doing, I'm gonna run off and jump off Ivar's back using my rabbit hop and spring over them to the guard that's still coherent, and that's who I would attack. I would kind of yell that because I clocked their thing, even though you guys were so busy you wouldn't stop and listen to me because you were trying to get to your things. I get it. So I would yell that as I kind of jump over. I want to follow them.
Go ahead.
Still don't.
Just make an attack roll, which I would assume be some sort of unarmed strike.
Yeah.
And then roll what the damage works out on that.
I rolled a 17. I don't know what plus dex, so 20.
Yeah, that hits.
And then what? Okay, what would a unarmed strike is that a
It's a
D4?
Maybe plus your strength.
Plus strength mod.
3.
Yeah,
Minus
it's
1,
literally
so-
just what your strength modifier is.
Big
Oh
2.
yeah, it's not D4.
Oh, that's saving throw. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
a
yep.
dagger.
So
okay.
It's
it's
literally
just strength.
just
It's -1. So I just fly
you
at
do
him.
that.
You
actually kind of-
fix like he's got like a knot in his back, and you fix
bounce-
it.
Yeah. You just kind of
I
bounce
bounce off
off
of
him.
But I forgot I have my abilities. I'll do that. Can I just do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
I'll run up. I'll jump up to him, and I will do. I'll just do the cantrip, shocking grasp. But when I pull my hand out from behind my back, I'm like, "Hey, man! Oh, I've introduced myself. My name's Varric, and I have one of those little silver buzzers on my hand, like shock buzzers. And I go to shake his hand and cast shocking grasp on the guard.
Hilarious.
Incredible.
Hysterical. An animaniac if I ever saw one.
So
Are the other guards armored?
Nope, nobody is armored.
Perfect. Do
The
they have
other
weapons
guards
on them
do
or no?
attack.
Nobody has weapons on them.
Perfect.
got a 5 lightning damage.
All right.
For that
Ivar,
guy.
what you gonna do?
Ivar, hearing that he said don't kill both of them, kill both the guards, he said, he thinks to himself, but I could still kill one of them, and is going to swing really quickly, just kind of hopefully like dissuading any attacks towards him. He's going to try and he's just going to swing at the one guy's arm.
Okay.
So with a sword, and that is a 19
Definitely hits.
to hit.
Sorry.
Perfect. You're good. Damage wise, it is 10 damage and slashing damage, and then 5 psychic damage.
Okay. That was one of the charmed guards, correct? That you did that to?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So we'll say he's dead. Squishy
Not
boys with no
that,
armor.
not those two either.
Oh, my bad. And then for his second attack, is going to swing at the guy that oh my god, Varric is attacking.
Yep.
And that is a another 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Quick damage. That's 11 slashing damage, and then 2 psychic damage.
That'll do it. Those two guards are dead. There is one charmed guard remaining. 3CS, what would you like to do?
What does the charm guard do?
Once he sees that the guard in front of him is gone, he just begins to continue to walk forward.
Okay, don't kill him. We're apparently following him.
All right.
Because if he's going somewhere, that's probably something.
He continues down the hall. Do you guys follow him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the bottom to the staircase
Mm-hmm.
and just go, Joffrey! Just down the staircase.
Well, as perfect timing would have it, right about then he appears with two coming up the stairwell. And wow, what perfect timing that was.
Great, my magic summoned you. Let's go.
So Godfrey, you arrive at the top of the stairwell with these fine with 3CS looking right at you. And here you are.
3-piece. Found you guys. I may have found a couple more friends. I just need some keys.
Right. Well, you can make new friends. I assume keys are probably in processing. And if not, wherever processing heads to is probably where the keys head to. So,
Have you
by the
guys
way,
seen some guards that came walking up these stairs?
there were two charmed guards that came.
There was two charmed guards.
Two charmed guards that came up the stairs. Ivar did end up killing one of them. But we've kept the other one alive and we're going to follow them. Why, do you ask?
I would assume they were going to get the keys.
Well,
needed.
then perfect. We're falling behind now, but Ivar and Varric are following them.
All right. Well, he said the guy was like living a semi-charmed life. Crazy. We're gonna follow him.
I hate you.
Perfect.
All right. I guess I'll follow with 3CS and the gang.
All right, you guys all follow the gang. You notice the guard takes a righty-tighty into a little room. In this room are pretty much a whole weapon rack of basic weapons: short swords, long swords, shields, etc.
I'm useful
etc.
Right.
All out
It
of
doesn't look like it's our stuff. It's just basic stuff, right?
correct. All these are all made out of just iron. There's no magical properties. The guard walks to the back of this particular room, grabs a large ring of keys off the wall, turns
Sick.
around, and begins heading back towards the way you guys came. Just kind of brushing past you. Oh, excuse me. Doesn't apologize or anything. Just kind of to try to sidestep around you. Oh, didn't get
As this is happening, the person that this guard is about to free, are they trustworthy?
Uh,
I mean, we're all
the-
Are they
villains.
someone that should be freed, or will they kill us?
Let's be
They-
honest here. We're trying to get out of a prison. I don't know how making friends is going to help with that situation.
well, more friends make light work, Igor.
If
I
we help,
personally would love a bit of chaos if it doesn't distract from, us getting out of here.
correct.
This is already a distraction.
This is a large distraction, but there are still powerful magic users at work here. And so, potentially, if we don't come to our full power by the time we reach them, if we have maybe another distraction or someone else going on, I'm saying this as I'm backing into the room and just like grabbing
Right.
things off of the like swords and armors and just like piling stuff on.
All right, this is what we'll do.
Anyways,
2, will you follow the guard, and we'll do our thing.
2 reluctantly nods his head. Yes.
Good, my boy. Go with the
Dude,
guard.
I forgot. Are you deaf or mute? You're mute. Nod once for mute.
He just shrugs his shoulders.
Okay. I've
He
just
hasn't
forgotten.
spoken since the death of his father. It's tragedy, really.
He grabs your arm and eyes very, very wide open. He doesn't say anything, but he seems very concerned at the phrase "death of his father."
Oh, sorry. You're
I feel
just
like
finding
you
this
might
out.
nail it on the head.
Wait, 2, take this. And I want to grab. Can I have 3 pieces of sword? And can I
He
hand
drops
this
to
to
his knees and begins to weep.
you? Stand.
Oh my
What is going
God.
on? What is wrong with you, boy?
Okay, 2, take this sword. I'm gonna get another one.
He,
Okay,
Is there
can
like
I
a
hand-
dagger I could grab?
Yeah, I
and
give it to Goffrey.
he takes the sword. It's way too big. He drags it behind him like a little kid dragging a blanket, being told to go to bed for the 150th time. Very reluctantly, and follows the guard.
2, your father would want you to have this, and I'm gonna make sure he knows that before he leaves.
Seems like over
Oh
his shoulder,
my
he
God.
flips you the bird.
I'm gonna give the heart symbol and be like, "He loved you very much. You know that." Yeah.
He moves his hand from flipping the bird to wiping more tears out of his eyes.
All right. I'll see you soon, my boy.
Is there armor in here?
Yeah, there's basic armor. It's old, it's dusty, but there's heavy armor and medium armor. There's no plate armor, but there is medium. There is plate armor.
Can I get a breastplate?
Yes,
Is there a dagger I could grab?
there is a dagger. There's all your basic needs that were basically all retired to this room for storage once this godlike substance came with all these wonderful weapons that
Yeah, I'll
are
grab a
amazing
breastplate
and
too.
beautiful and fantastic.
Is there a gun?
There's not a gun.
Is there an
Sick.
antimatter rifle?
Hey, it's a common weapon.
It is a
I don't make the
common weapon.
rules. The Wizards of the Coast do.
All right,
All
if we're
right.
done with distractions, can we please get out of this jail?
More than happy to.
Question, gentlemen. Have all you received your keys and unlocked your powers?
Oh my sweet God.
I've got a bit of mine. Let's walk and talk, shall we? I've got a bit of mine. I had to.
And I'll just grab a short sword as I walk by and just kind of like hold it
Yeah,
in my hand.
that seems like a good one. Anyway, I had to
Longsword.
cast a spell to
Short.
kind of power up the key and turn it, and I got a bit of my abilities. Now, point of I guess clarity, DM. I was under the impression that I got my first level spells, but did I get all my abilities? But just my first like legendary actions, 1 point of legendary
Yeah,
actions,
so
or
you pumped what you had said is you pumped something
I did a
to the equivalent of a level 1 spell slot into it, and it unlocked your level 1 spells, your cantrips, and
Okay.
your legendary legendary actions that cost 1 point.
as I'm walking, I want to cast, thinking about that, I'll cast a smaller spell, unlocked a little bit. So what I reckon is the higher the spell you cast into it, the more power you give to the key, the more it unlocks. And I want to use a second level spell slot, casting darkness into the key and putting it in and turning it and seeing what
That's
happens
a
as we're
second
walking down the
level?
hallway. Second level spell.
Yep. True to form, you feel a little bit more like yourself. You feel some of your magical energy return to you and unlock your level 2 spell slots. And any
Yeah,
legendary
guys,
abilities
that's
that
it.
cost level 2.
on?
Yes.
Oh, that's it right there.
That's it, guys. You gotta try that.
Oh, I still
gotta
don't have my
crack my
key.
neck.
Godfrey, do you have your key yet?
I do not. That's what I was
Gentlemen,
asking.
processing awaits. I believe that's what they said they're going to have the keys. Let's get
Oh,
on with it.
All right. All
Onward.
right.
Is there anywhere? Yeah, turn right room.
All right, at this point, I'm going to stealth.
All right. Make a stealth check.
I rolled a 9, but luckily I have a +9 to stealth, so that was an 18.
You move with eerie silence through this long hall that bends to the right, and as you peek around the corner, you see a large vault door ahead of you on your left. Continuing past that door, it does seem like the hallway forks to the right.
I just do a
Giant
quick check.
circle.
I don't know if they're kind of trusting here. I don't think they would really expect to have all of their precious God-given metal disappeared. They have all their weapons stashed. I'm not too worried about traps for now, so I think I'll just walk up to the vault.
I'm gonna say, would the vault door be open? Thinking that, why
Is
not
it
make the
tray fill?
tray fill?
The vault door is made of a normal metal. However, when you examine the door, you do feel like there's a handle or something missing in the center of it.
Of course, there he is.
It
Would
does
the lock
appear.
be gone?
It does appear to currently be shut.
So we need to find a handle.
All right,
Handle it disappeared with the tray fill thing. So,
Does it look like there's a lock
Right.
or a key anywhere on it?
Can Ivar stick his hand into one of the holes and try to?
You absolutely can. You stick your hand in. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Of course. That is a that is a 19.
It feels like it's not really moving as you try to pull it towards you. As you release it, though, it does kind of feel like it gives a little bit as you stop pulling.
Is it a
Theseus,
push?
get in here.
Yeah, I try to push it.
It opens.
I try to. Yes.
The door.
Is this
Mike, how'd
making-
you do that?
Is this like what it's like to make friends?
You
Man, so you're big, scary, and a genius.
What can I say?
as the vault door opens, you see several tables of magical focus and properties. They appear to be enchanting, or for what you recall from orientation, disenchanting tables. At the other side of the hall, or the other side of this room, you see a door that goes to the right. But before that, you see another door that goes to the left, about in the center of the room.
the left.
The door in the center of the room?
There is a door towards the center in the room on the left, and a door
Okay.
towards the end of the room on the right.
Okay.
Theseus will step in, and are either of these doors open?
They are also smaller vault doors.
I see any? Are there items sitting on these tables?
There is
Or
nothing
is it like-
sitting out on these
Okay.
tables, no.
Okay.
This is a beautiful map, by the way.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. I guess I'll go across to the one on the far right and try that one.
When you say try
Alright,
that
well-
one, what do you mean?
I look at it first. What do I see?
you see very similar as the front door, small, with something missing in the middle.
All right, what would Ivar do? What would Ivar do? And I give it a push.
It opens. Wow.
Yes.
And that opens to what appears to be a plethora of handheld items and weapons. The first thing you notice staring right at you is, in fact, a large cannon.
Man, that is neat. Somebody got arrested and had a whole cannon on him that got put in here.
I want to bet money that's Theseus's.
Dibs. I call dibs.
The cannon is mine, but you can have it if you call dibs.
I want to push the door open on the left.
Door open on the left. You see what is rows and rows and rows of tiny boxes. Oh, excuse me, boxes. They are labeled with inscriptions and names all over them. Much, much smaller. Almost looks like something like a safety deposit room in a bank. Would be a great comparison.
So it's small item storage. Theseus goes over to the vault, the far one.
Ivar
Fine,
can't
sir.
read.
Goes into the far one.
I'll go into the vault with all the little mini boxes in it.
Jeffrey can read.
All right, you go into the vault with mini boxes. Are you? What would you like to do in there?
I'm gonna see if my name's in any one of these boxes.
Give me a perception check.
27.
Very quickly, you see all these names. You see Theseus. You see your name, A. Rolder. Below it, you see a C. Rolder.
Is it unlocked? Can I open my box?
They are not locked. You can open your box. Inside it, you find your key. You may now grab the bag I gave you sent you long, long ago, and pull out your key.
The best.
We're just going to establish right now that I'm moving houses, and then we'll get back to that idea later.
Ball sessions. There you go.
Andrew, are you crying?
Yeah, it's been forever.
For those who are listening, Andrew is sobbing.
He's weeping on
muted right
camera.
now. He's posting cringe on main right now. Really is what it
The
looks
crazy
like.
part is that the floor of the
He actually
room
just
he's in
stabbed
is
himself
filling
with the key in his
did.
forearm.
It's comically filling with water.
Cool.
He's drowning.
So I have the key. Can I open the C Rolder box too?
You can.
I would like to do that, please.
It'd be crazy if you left it.
In that box, you pull it open and you see another key. You also see, but this key looks different. It doesn't look like your magical keys. It looks like it goes to whatever's sitting underneath it. And actually, what's sitting underneath it draws your attention as well.
Can I look at it, see what it is?
Yeah, if you pull it out, it is
I want to grab
actually-
it.
It is actually the physical dice box I gave you as well. It looks exactly like that. On the top is a beautiful picture of a ship sailing through the water, and that's exactly what it is. The key seems like it is fit in trimmings to that box.
Okay. So that key opens that box?
It does. Would you like to open that box?
Yeah, sure.
Is this the box that he had or the box of the one below his?
This is the one below his.
Oh, interesting.
So you open it up.
Yeah.
And a tune begins to play. It's a music box. This particular tune, man, where have you heard that before? It's like doom, doom.
No way. Davy Jones.
Where would I have heard it before?
Yeah.
Do I need to do a?
It's like it's right there. It's almost like, oh my gosh, what is that tune?
Does it draw some emotion out of me?
Does it maybe sound like humming earlier in this first section?
Does it sound like one of the hummings that I heard earlier?
It sounds exactly like the humming you heard earlier. It actually kind of sounds like a humming you can kind of hear right now.
Oh crap. All right. Do I turn in? Is there someone else in the room with me?
You turn around and there is 4 figures standing in the doorway of the
We should
vault.
let that guard go.
It's crazy when you make friends.
So I'm just gonna churn with the box and just.
Oh, hey, Godfrey, if that's you out there humming, would you knock it off? I'm trying to concentrate in here.
Yeah, friends. It's just me, and I'm gonna look at them and be like, "Gentlemen, hello. I have stumbled upon this room full of boxes and keys."
He talking to himself out there?
Before
my
you
God.
see
Godfrey,
this,
we know.
before you see this giant
We
of
hear
a
me.
man in clear light with a long black but smoky beard. He's in typical prisoner clothes. Right beside him is the well put together man who you had the conversation with.
Yeah.
Next to him, behind him, is a large werewolf, just
Sick.
slobbering at the mouth. And kind of off to the right is a short, fat little fellow who's just kind of a very odd looking man. Big, long, handlebar mustache, beady little eyes, a big nose. Looks a lot like me, but he is just a little gross, cretin looking of a man. And the center one turns to you. Why don't you bring that over here and give it to me?
I just want to stare at him. Do I know you?
He looks at you really, really intently. All hands, living or dead, come follow me, your captain. I need everyone who could or have heard that to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Can we hear it?
I'll say yes. You hear Ivor talking to someone. You thought he was humming. We'll say yes.
What kind of saving throw?
Wisdom.
Ivar's like, so, Varric, if I take the key, how do I make
Yeah. You take the key, you cast a spell.
Yeah, we both stop.
Yeah.
19.
Nice.
I got the most
9.
natural 5 of all time.
14.
19, 14, 5, and what?
9.
Yeah, perfect. So you guys are working out your keys, Varric and Ivar, and all of a sudden, your captain is calling. You are now charmed by the dread pirate Smokebeard. You will follow his simple commands as he instructs you. He can tell you to do anything that you can do as long as he knows you can do them. So as of right now, he doesn't know of all your powers and capabilities, so he could not command you to do them. But he's issued the order to come follow him.
Would it be just a point of order? Would we have had our stuff while he was looking in there? Is all of our things in the room?
They are
that
in the
we're in?
room. I'll say as of right now, you have not gathered your stuff yet.
Okay.
Thereseus, who is just hearing humming,
Mm-hmm.
sees those two guys turn around. Is my sword in here?
Perception check.
I'm assuming I passed the wisdom save.
You did.
So
Am I mindless, or can I use my full faculties, but I just want to follow my captain?
Yeah.
You're not mindless. You're following your captain. You've been given an order, and you're just compelled to follow it as of right now.
Okay.
6
So even like thinking I
perception.
want to grab my stuff to go follow my captain, I can't do that. I just got to go out there.
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
Alright.
I have the same thought.
You don't see your
6.
sword right away. 3CS, you said 6? You do not see your sword right away.
Well, where are you going? Okay, well, I'm gonna keep searching for my sword.
That's totally fine. Godfrey, you passed your saving throw. You were not charmed by him at all. So, what would you like to do in this moment? We have not rolled initiative yet.
did you say your name was Smokebeard, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What are you in here for, Smokebeard?
I'm in
Arson.
here for pretty much everything a pirate can do. Murder, grand theft, murder. There was a lot of murder, if I remember correctly.
I'm just like nodding along. That's crazy. And all these fine-looking gentlemen are your friends as well.
I wouldn't call them friends. We just, at this moment, all happen to be going the same way. You see, one of us has a little tool that was confiscated that can help us get out of here. Your little friends are under my control, but I'm not really looking to start a fight right now.
Oh, great! No part of me wants to fight you. You're a dread pirate. That would be idiotic of me to engage in a fight with you.
I hear this conversation going on.
You can, and I will also say, at this point, we could just keep rolling dice, but we'll say as long as you're multitasking, you can find your sword.
Yes! Okay.
Um,
I see the rest of my stuff. Here, the
yes.
sentence, your friends
All
are
of
now
your
under my
physical
control.
items are kind of strewn around the room that you built your character with and had during your prologue episode.
Yeah,
Question.
I see all of that stuff. Here, your friends are now under my control. Just grab the sword and head towards the door.
When I cast a spell in my arm to unlock the thing, this is meta right
Yeah.
now. Does that spell happen, or I just use that spell slot?
You use that spell slot, and it just unlocks everything at that level and lower.
Okay, but no, the spell itself doesn't actually happen.
Correct. You'd have to recast that spell in order for it to pop.
Sick. Okay, cool. Anyways, can I see Varric and Ivar like coming to join the group?
You
Like they're walking. I see them kind of walking. Okay, can I see 3CS kind of running out the room behind them?
Is 3CS running out of the room?
Theseus is taking Yeah, I mean, Theseus would just step
Can I at
out.
least see? I was going to see 3CS step out of the room as well.
Okay, yes, you see 3CS step out of the room as well. 3CS, as you step out of the room as well, the loudest. You begin to look at this group in front of you. Ragtag, you see the very similar things. There is a pirate looking fellow smoking at his beard, a large werewolf who you can even smell from where you're at, stinky, gross, dirty fur, a little cretin of a man, and then this well-dressed, well put together individual. And the bells in your head go nuts. I would like you to roll 2d10 for me, please.
Okay.
Oh, crap. So as I see,
rolled
what do you think?
9 and 4.
9 and 4 is 13. Please take 13 psychic damage, please.
Boogie!
There is a voice in your head, 3CS. Him. Whatever you do, send him down my river. And he looks at you and says, well, you sure smell like him, look like him, talk like him, act like him. You must be the latest and greatest in the long line of men who I have evaded in my long, long lifetime. This is a very interesting meeting of minds, my friends, my friends. That fellow right there aims to kill me, as his predecessors have failed to do for nearly a millennia.
Based. I just want to put my hands up and be like, I feel like we all want to do the same thing right now, and that would be leave this place. And then any tomfoolery that may go down could happen, I don't know, outside the walls of this prison. Mr. Smokebeard, Gert, well-dressed gentleman, Thronius, right? Is that your name? Thronus?
Don't ignore that. Sorry, wrong token. This is also, I'm gonna put some markers here so we can keep track.
Theseus holds up his sword. Crimson red sword, darkened handle. At the man who has called him out. So you are not supposed to be here.
That is correct.
Now, none of us should be here in this prison. Well, at least that's what you all think. That's how your brains work. So, yes. You do need to die. And if I may say, as some of my good friends say, let the record show you will die.
But Theseus, you could easily kill this fine gentleman, whose name is Thronus. Like, you guys are basically twins. It could happen outside the walls of this prison, right? We could all, the rest of us could go home, and you could do your bidding.
The only
little
reason
looking man. Sorry, go ahead, Mason.
The only reason that he is alive is because I do have the patience and ability to understand a fight. Now, you have two of my people under your control. This is not acceptable. I have taken some damage from some things that have gone on. this is also not acceptable conditions to fight you in. If I were to fight you here now, you would keep living because I would die. And so, since that can't happen, other choices must be made. But do understand this. When the time comes that you die, it will be good.
Theseus, did you say? Did you say my people? Are they your friends?
Let my people go.
Well, I think we could come to some sort of arrangement. Now, I happen to be a very fair man, and my constituents, I'm sure, can understand the situation. So here's what we'll do, as long as the good captain is okay with it. We have two of your friends, but we really just need to get into that room behind you there. So if you will let us on through, we'll release your two friends. Is that okay? Is that all right? And the Smokebeard nods. Oh, that seems to be okay on all our sides. What about you? You two now, as that seem like acceptable terms.
Terms before you go in, to add to your terms. We will receive our things from that room first. Then you may have the rest of the room.
Well, so what you're trying to tell me is you'd like to go in there, collect all your valuable weapons and items, and then let us go into that room after you. Am I to understand that is what you believe?
What was your name again, friend?
My name, despite its previous butchery of its pronunciation, happens to be
Coronis, I think it was.
Yep. Trithonus. My name is Trithonus. I can spell it for you when I send you
can
a
you go
letter.
ahead and spell it for me?
That is
Trithonus.
Trithonus.
Oh, Trithonus. Oh.
Theseus is going to write his name into his arm with his sword.
Yeah.
Trithonus, no, I am a man of my word. And the same promise that says you will die is the same one that allows you to retrieve your things after we go in.
Say based.
Yeah.
Whisper based to the microphone during his monologue. You are a villain.
No, I needed that in there. I texted Andrew to say based.
Just hype manning it.
Can I hand as a peace treaty, I would like to hand Smokebeard the box.
Yes.
Okay. I think this is yours, sir, Mr. Smokebeard.
Well, I am a pirate, and it's mine because I took it. So yes, you are correct.
You took it?
Hmm. I take most things. I'm a pirate.
Do you have a real name, or do they just call you Smokebeard?
I have a real name. I have many names.
It's awesome.
And I don't feel like sharing many with you.
Totally understandable, sir. I prefer that my friends just call me Goffrey. So that's just how I do.
Goffrey? Your friends call you Goffrey? Or is that your given name?
No, my friends just call me Goffrey.
I see. I'd like to speed things along. Offer a counteroffer. We don't all need to go into that room, just our little friend here. He'll go into the room, he'll get one thing, and he'll come back. And then we'll be out of your hair.
What is that one thing?
The little one, for the first time, speaks up.
Yeah, so I've got a little. I got one thing in there. I just need it. I'll just get it on my mirror. I just need my mirror.
You're a disgusting little thing. Yeah, you can go right ahead.
Yeah.
I preferably just want our people back so that they could like enjoy what you all look like.
I have
and
an
fun.
idea. Maybe, yeah, in a measure of good faith, maybe just release the little one, the furry one. He would be such a great act in my circus. Oh my gosh. Maybe just let him go, and then I'll go get my mirror, and you can let the other one go.
Actually, that would be. Now, I know the big one looks scarier, but if you told him he would be an act in your circus, you would actually need to fear the smaller one more than the big one.
I like it when they fight. That's fun.
Okay. Listen.
I feel like in Ivar's brain and Derek's brain, it's just like the let the bodies hit the floor soundtrack is playing.
Exactly what it is. You are fully comprehending everything that's happening. You just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's Ivar's livid.
Okay.
Until he
Since
said that, in
Walfrey-
my mind, I was having a Titanic moment with the captain on the bow of a ship, and like this, and it was kind of nice for a moment. I was like, maybe I could get used to this. But until he said that, and then his demeanor changed drastically. But he's waiting for his
Walfrey
captain's
is
orders.
going to grab 3 things from there. My items and our 2 friends' items, because I assume you already have yours from that room. Then you have the room. We are not in a state to fight you. You have 2 of our friends under control. It would be not a good decision for just Godfrey and I to fight you. So, we will grab our boxes. Sorry, I don't know what's in there. We'll grab those things. And then you have free reign.
That sounds like a fair deal.
All right, but make it quick. I don't like how long this has already taken.
Same. Okay. And I kind of slide by and
With jazz hands.
head,
All right.
and I'll head into the room
As a
or run across.
gesture of good faith, the captain kind of closes his eyes and flip this coin again. Heads,
Oh, God.
Varric, tails, Ivar. And Varric, you are back under your own control.
Whoa! Man, that was weird. Yeah, I did not like that. You little guy. You're creepy. No.
I like that he can
And then
talk. I
I-
didn't know he could talk. It's really great he can talk. Oh, wow. Imagine all the tickets we could sell. Okay, I'm going to go get my thing.
Hey, I'm a one-man show. I sell my own tickets. Am I free to go now?
You're free to.
To go back in the room and grab my stuff?
Yep. It's really awkward
Okay.
if he's also going that direction.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
tense, it's just awkward. He's just always
Yeah.
he's just
Nice.
staring at you.
I
I
stare at him
say
back.
we retrieve our things.
Yeah, can I see if my stuff is in there?
Yeah, so in this really awkward, a little bit of like the good, the bad, and the ugly, everyone's kind of like on edge a little bit, but for the most
With
part,
Ivar just standing in the room motionless. in the
yeah,
center of the room.
Ivar's still under. He's just staring at full attention. And everyone gathers their things, physical items.
I'm just like I'm
I get my
watching
key?
him.
You get your key. You can drive home right now. You made a little sticker key.
The-
That was so clever.
the-
No, it's a paper key
the
that
first
you drew
thing
and cut
I
out
do-
on this for the recording of this podcast. When you realized you would get your key, but it was at your house, you drew a key. This is real
That's
on a piece of
amazing.
paper and cut it out. That's dedication.
The first thing I do is I walk over to a black top hat that you guys have not seen yet that has like a band around it and there's a gem missing in the front, and I kind of stare at it for a second. And then I kind of look back at the guy, and I, like, a little bit shaky, pick up the hat, like dust it off, and I throw it around the room. And as it flies, like in a circle, like a saucer around the room, my items, you see a little brooch suck up into it, a couple daggers suck up to it, and it spins back, and I catch it, and then I adjust it on my head.
The
I'm gonna will you like this.
the little creepy man is
Milady.
just like,
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I need him.
If you don't settle down there, mate, I'll show you my final act. And I walk back out of the room.
He's got more than one act. Oh my gosh, I could build an entire show around him.
Oh my goodness.
for the
It's,
first
like,
time in
twitching.
some of this, the werewolf actually kind of steps forward. Seems to be.
Oh, jeez! Mate, you're huge! I did
he-
not see you there for this whole time. That's crazy.
He leans down to you, Varric, very, very far, and whispers in your ear and sniffs you just a little bit.
Nice.
You smell like the master.
I sniff him back.
Based.
Give me a perception check.
Look, I
Hey,
know we're all.
You
having a
guys
lot of
don't have
fun.
to understand it. You don't have to understand it. I only got a perception. I got a 8.
He just smells so bad. Like he smells like sweat and fur. Has been sitting in a pile for 15 to 20 years.
Wow.
If
All
you
right,
say so,
so-
and I tip my hat.
Now that we've all collected our things, I just need you to understand how badly you need to leave before you let this man go. Because the longer you keep him held under this, the angrier he is going to be with you. And so, if you would like your life, I would recommend leaving before you release him. I mean, release him, but just be aware the longer you keep him like this, the worse your chances are.
All right. We'll leave. The little man brings up a mirror and begins to. Seems to be waving his hands ritualistically around the mirror. Before we go, I have a feeling that you liked my song. And he looks at you, Goffrey.
It did make my toes tap a little bit.
Seems like a kind of guy who appreciates a good song. Would you like me to sing it to you? The full version, of course.
Yeah, I would, but can you answer something for me first?
Sure. Maybe. Probably not. Go for it.
Where's my boy too?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Sing me your song.
Well, you've heard the first part. Kinda goes like this.
Can I plug my ears?
You can. Do, 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 do. I met a woman who led me to land. Her eyes were pure with the softest of hands. She stole from me a treasure so bold, worth more than any or all of my gold. I gave to her a treasure as well. Her hair on his head, but my eyes in his skull. I looked at her when she looked at the boy, and I saw her heart was now splitting its joy. I wanted it all, every part of her grin, so I had a mind to teach that boy to swim. I looked at him while she looked at me, and I threw that treasure deep into the sea. And as he finishes that line, the ritual on the mirror seems to pop and crackle, and all 4 of those individuals are sucked into the mirror, and as it falls, it shatters on the ground.
And they're just gone.
And they're just gone.
Walk up to Ivar.
Ivar,
sorry, friend.
You slap him across the face and he comes to.
Ivar comes to, moves, doesn't say anything, moves into the room and grabs all of his things. And as he walks out, he walks past Theseus and Varric, and he stops at Goffrey, not looking him in the eye, and says, "You look smaller than usual. He made you look smaller than you are. Don't let another man make you look that small again." And as he finishes wrapping the leather with the studded blade and axes and broken armor pieces onto his arm, he walks out the door.
I walk up to Goffrey and put my hand like on his thigh. It was really cool what he said, but honestly, man, I look small to everybody, and it doesn't bother me. I follow him out.
I walk up to Goffrey.
Hey, thanks.
just a paste.
Sick. Did he take the box with him or did he leave it?
He took it with him because you gave it back to him.
Okay. He need to take it with him.
Wait, hold on. Before we go, did they only take the mirror?
That's the only thing they took out of that room. Yep.
Okay, so I want to run back in really quick and do a perception
wait.
check if I could. Like, what other things seem like valuable that might catch my eye?
I would say
Did we
there's a
loot the
lot of
room?
things that are valuable that might catch
I
your
was
eye.
gonna say.
All right. So I'm a pretty simple person. Anything that would I would think would fit my style or something that I think would be beneficial to add to my repertoire. I don't need a ton of fancy things, but something that I might think would.
Oh, absolutely. The 4 of you are leaving this room absolutely kitted. But in a scenario where we're bringing in our listeners to maybe fight you someday, we're going to settle your new inventory off the pod as to give them some surprises. I don't want them to know
love it.
all the cards.
I love it.
All right.
I mean, what was that thing that was pointing right at Varric when he opened the door? That was weird.
Yeah, that's my canon. I call dibs again for the record.
Ivar could easily one-hand that.
So that put a pin in it. This moment, the couple of new comrades, companions, fellow villains approach you, say their piece. What is Goffrey doing right now?
Ivar, as he's finished suiting up, would like to kind of having that conversation with Varric, getting interrupted, got the gist of it, and would like to put the key in his arm and twist and cast. Being a warlock, I only can cast spells at the maximum I can cast them.
Yep.
I will cast Mirror Image into it.
So you cast that level, and everything at that level and under returns to you. You feel much more like yourself than you've ever felt.
Sweet. I am full tilted except for my. What about legendary actions? Still only one?
All your legendary actions
Cool.
are.
I'm tilted. We're good.
Yep.
We're at full tilted towers over here, boys.
Mm-hmm.
I will take my very real key, put it in,
Yep.
and I don't have any spells. But
You just cut it.
I'll cast a Blood Maledict,
Okay.
which is an ability.
Go for it. And same thing. All your magical powers at that level and under, including legendary resistance or legendary actions, return to you.
That's everything. I don't have anything that triggers on levels. Oh, we're so back. I'm a useful
so back.
character now.
It's true.
Perfect.
You're pretty much there. All you gotta do is get out of this prison.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
But I've got a little bit of business with him before you do.
Right.
So, Godfrey, that was another pirate. Are you familiar with that pirate?
Have you? Is he your dad?
Yeah, like that's your dad, right? Like we are all
Yeah, I was getting
in
the vibe that
agreement.
it was
That's your dad.
Was your
I was
dad?
getting daddy vibes.
While like we're kind of wrapping up, I'm gonna take like just whatever sack I can find and walk into the key room and just start taking boxes and dumping keys into the sack, and I'm gonna sling it over my shoulder as we go to walk out of this room.
Heck yeah, dude.
Sick, dude.
Quick question again, Mace or Port. When I unlock my magic, do I get all my health back too, or is it just like I just get the magic back?
It's just magic.
Cool.
I've got the magic.
No.
I got the magic, baby.
Every
Cool.
time we
Every time I turn my key,
just curious.
it turns
What-
into gold.
What's happening right now? Are we just
No.
quitting and becoming
Living
gold?
in
Because
Kansas.
I'd be okay with
Yeah.
that.
I think. Do you not see that we're making magic vocally?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Making
No, we're not
magic
quitting. I would
and
just-
figuring out how to play D&D.
Yeah, dude.
No, we're good.
Next
I
layer.
was trying to just check through my legendary actions real quick to see if anything would happen. Anyways, okay, so he's dipped. You guys have all just said that. I just want to stand there for a second, and I'll just hold my key. I'm gonna put it in my arm, and I'll just cast Dispel Magic at the 4th level, so I just get everything back.
Yes, sir. And as you do that too, anyone who maxed out, this is a point that I missed. Anyone who maxed out their keys to get everything back, something that happened is the key actually gets sucked into your arm,
Well,
and your
Just gone.
branding scar remains, but the key is now inside of you. The key
We have
is
tattoos.
inside of you.
it's been inside of you all along.
Okay. I just want to. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to unlock it. Look at the key's gone. And then I'm just going to like not really make eye contact with anyone. I'm just going to be like, I don't have a dad. I need to go find 2. And I'm just going to like walk out of the room.
Excellent.
Attention, this is on. How's this on? Okay, attention, this is Grand Warden Conrad. Coming to you all, we seem to have an incident. One of many going on today that I was going to get to at an assembly later, but it seems that our plans have been altered. As of effective immediately, I am retired as Grand Warden Conrad because, due to circumstances beyond my control, I will be taking over in a interim position. King. So, I'm gonna be moving on to bigger and better things. Well, you guys will be in good hands with my second in command. Now, I understand there are some prisoners still, are some guests still roaming around. I would, as king, like to offer a full pardon to any current guests who help apprehend guests who are trying to escape without being rehabilitated. You will be granted a full pardon, because that's a thing I can do now, I guess. Crazy day, crazy day. So, If you see any guests wandering around, not in their rooms, you have my permission and full pardon to apprehend them at any cost. Thank you, and good day. I have a coronation to get to.
And that is where we're going to end our session.
Wow. This became John Wick 2, you know?
Well, it could be John Wick 2, or we could just try to capture prisoners and then wait and then get eventually pardoned. Because, you know, that seems super up our alley.
Right, 100%.
Just want to make the outro really brief this month. Thanks again for everyone being patient on the release of this month's content. With everyone's lives getting busy and crazy, we're super glad and grateful for fans like you that help support us. You can support us by heading on over to our Patreon, and when you do that, you get access to tons of great content and some exclusive content coming to you this summer. The guys have been cooking up some original stories unaffiliated with this campaign, and you are not going to want to miss it. I am so excited at some of the new things coming to you, the listener, this summer. So head on over to our Patreon page and subscribe at any tier for access to any and all of that content. More content you can get is the map we used tonight. This map was given to us and made by Quill of Damocles. Super excited to use that map in this campaign. You can find him at Quill of Damocles at Twitter. You can find Battle Maps. He has a Patreon himself, and check out his content and commission a map from him if you want a top tier A-grade map made to be exactly what you have in your head. Head on over to his Twitter and hit him up. Thanks again for listening. Super excited for what's coming this summer. But until then, we will see you next time at the table. Good night, nerds.